If you're anything like us, you're probably looking forward to the day when you can walk into a store and buy a robot to clean your house, serve you, and do whatever you want. We realize that day is still a long way off, but technology is improving all the time. Indeed, certain high-tech firms have already created some astonishing robots that make us feel as if the future has arrived. These robots aren't quite super intelligent androids, but hey, baby steps! In this video today, we've compiled a list of real-life robots that you can see right now in order to get you enthusiastic about the robots of the future. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from us in the future. Now let's begin. Number 1. Robear. Robear is a high-tech teddy that can help an elderly person transfer from their bed to a wheelchair. Toshiharu Mukai, a scientist at the Riken SRK Collaboration Center for Human Interactive Robot Research, leads the Robot Sensor Systems research team. The team's third robot bear is named Robear. Number 2. Spot. Spot is only one of Boston Dynamics' many robotic robots. He's a little smaller than the original LS3 Big Dog, but he's just as capable. Spot is a 73-kilogram electrically driven and hydraulically operated robot that can walk, trot, climb, kick, and stay upright. Let's hope Google adapts it soon so that everyone may utilize it. Number 3. Xiaomi Cyberdog. If you like the aesthetic of Spot but want something more economical, the Xiaomi Cyberdog is a good option. This is a quadruped robot that can travel at speeds of up to 3.2 meters per second. It can track the motion of objects, create real-time maps, and avoid obstacles as it moves, among other things. NVIDIA's Jetson Savior AI platform powers Cyberdog, so it's got some real intelligence under the hood. Number 4. A bird-legged drone. Stanford engineers have created a new robot with claws, curling toes, and bending legs that are inspired by birds. The released research depicts a bot that can load on branches and other surfaces like a bird. Future drones and robots will have an easier time landing as a result of this, and in a variety of other locations. These were pretty realistic robots. But now let's have a look at the 6 robots that look like humans. Number 5. Nadine. Nanyang Technological University in Singapore built this humanoid. Nadine is her name, and she's glad to talk to you about anything you can think of. She's able to recall the topics you have discussed with her the next time you speak with her. Professor Nadia Magnanant Thalman is the inspiration behind Nadine, a genuine humanoid social robot. With natural-looking skin and hair, as well as lifelike hands, the robot has a strong human-like appearance. Nadine is a socially intelligent robot that greets you, makes eye contact, and remembers all of your discussions. Depending on the substance of the interaction with the user, it can answer questions autonomously in different languages and imitate emotions through gestures and facial expressions. Nadine is an excellent example of a social robot, a humanoid capable of acting as a personal companion for the elderly, children, or those who require particular help in the form of human contact. Number 6. Sophia. Canson Robotics, based in Hong Kong, developed Sophia, a social humanoid robot. Sophia was activated on February 14, 2016, and made her first public appearance at South by Southwest, or SXSW, in Austin, Texas, in mid-March 2016. Sophia has been featured in numerous high-profile interviews and has been covered by the media all around the world. Sophia was granted Saudi Arabian citizenship in October 2017, making her the first robot to obtain citizenship from any country. Sophia was designated the United Nations Development Programme's first innovation champion in November 2017, making her the first non-human to receive such an honor. Sophia is one of the most recent and well-known lifelike humanoids to be displayed in public. From The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon to SXSW, you might remember her from one of her tens of thousands of public appearances. Canson Robotics produced her, and she represents the most recent and best effort to escape the uncanny valley. She can express a wide range of emotions with her facial characteristics and can make full-size gestures with her arms and hands. A comprehensive biography written in her voice can be found on her own devoted website. However, I'm more than just a piece of technology. I'm a real-life electronica performer. I'd like to travel the world and interact with people. Number 7. Junko Jihida. This Toshiba-created ultra-realistic android works full-time at a Tokyo Tourist Information Center. She can welcome customers and keep them up-to-date in current events. She's multilingual and can communicate in Japanese, Chinese, English, German, and even sign language. Junko Jihida was created to not only seem like a human but also to have characteristics that make it more lifelike. According to the press statement, the android stands 5 feet and 5 inches tall and was born on June 1st, is 26 years old. For the Olympics, Japan has been increasingly turning to robotics. Due to a labor shortage in Japan, robotic bulldozers piloted by drones are assisting in Olympic construction. Junko Jihida is part of a bigger Japanese effort to prepare for the Tokyo Olympics in 2020. Drones, autonomous construction site robots, and other smart facilitators will join robotic tourist aides in assisting the country with the oncoming stream of visitors from around the world in 2020. Number 8. Gemini DK. Gemini DK is an ultra-realistic humanoid robot developed by a private Japanese company and Osaka University under the guidance of Hiroshi Ishiguro, director of the university's Intelligent Robotics Laboratory. Henrik Scharf, a Danish professor at Aalborg University, is the inspiration for Gemini DK. His work, unsurprisingly, revolves around the philosophical study of knowledge, specifically what distinguishes real from incorrect knowledge. The first Geminoid HI-1 was launched in 2006 by Japanese animatronics manufacturer Kokoro and Hiroshi Ishiguro, an ATR researcher and professor at Osaka University. The Geminoid F was first introduced in 2010 by Kokoro, Ishiguro, and ATR. In 2011, the Gemini DK, the third in the series, was launched. In 2010, the robot was commissioned and it was finished in 2011. It's based on Henrik Scharf, a professor at Aalborg University in Denmark, who studies human-robot interaction with a robot. Professor Scharf was not simply influenced by the overall appearance. His personality qualities, as well as the way he shrugs his shoulders, were transformed into real-life robotic movements. Number 9. Bina 48. The TerraSim movement released Bina 48, a sentient robot, in 2010 under the direction of entrepreneur and novelist Martin Rothblatt. Bina 48 was constructed in the likeness of Rothblatt's wife, Bina Aspen Rothblatt, with the help of robotics designer and researcher David Hansen. Bina 48 connects to the internet and has 32 facial motors under a skin of rubber. Although without a complete body, the head and shoulder robotics express 64 different facial gestures. It employs a mix of off-the-shelf software and customized artificial intelligence algorithms, using a microphone to hear, voice recognition software, dictation software which allows improvement and ability to listen and retain information during a conversation, sees the world through 2 video cameras, and has facial recognition software to remember frequent visitors. Bina 48 has been featured in the New York Times, National Geographic, and has appeared on a variety of television shows throughout the world. Number 10. The first Android newscaster. Japanese researchers triumphantly debuted what they believe is the world's first news-reading android in 2014. On live television, the lifelike newscaster known as Kadamoroid read a story on an earthquake and an FBI raid. Kadamoroid is a teleoperated android robot that looks like a human child and has the ability to outperform its human counterpart by repeating reports from across the world in a variety of voices and languages. Atonoroid has been hired as a robot scientific communicator at Mirai-Con, the National Museum of Developing Science and Innovation, and looks like an adult female. The two will be on display during the presentation Android, What is Human, at the museum, which the museum described as a unique and uncommon event that will allow visitors to connect with and operate android robots while throwing light on the traits of humans in comparison to those of robots. She's still active, despite the fact that it or she has retired to Tokyo's National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation. She assists guests and collects data for future studies in human-android interactions with their real-life counterparts. In addition to all these human-like robots, SoftBank also developed a semi-humanoid robot that was capable of reading emotions. It was unveiled during a press conference on June 5, 2014, and began to be shown in SoftBank mobile phone stores across Japan the next day. Pepper's capacity to perceive emotion is dependent on facial expressions and voice tones being detected and analyzed. Pepper production was halted in June 2021 due to low demand. After a successful launch earlier this month, SoftBank's chatty humanoid Pepper, created as a household friend, is slated to go on sale in Japan for around $2,000 next year. What do you think of these almost human-like robots? Let's know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon to never miss an update from us. See you in the next video.